My name is Stephanie Garcia and I'm a junior at Grandview High School and a Running Start student. In this video, I will be going over the three main things I learned throughout this course and two skills I will use in my relationships. The first thing I learned was that body language may shape how we feel about ourselves and how others perceive us. In the beginning of the course, we were introduced to a TED Talk by social psychologist Amy Cuddy, who introduced the notion that standing in a posture of confidence can increase our own feelings of confidence and is a great way to impact our performances before big events. She calls this concept power posing, and it's essentially holding your body in a high power pose for a couple of minutes to increase confidence and reduce anxiety. After trying this technique for myself, I noticed that I felt a greater sense of calmness and composure, which even led me to feel more confident and bold. By applying this concept, I learned that it can also influence how others perceive the individual doing this as someone who is more self assured and confident in their statements and presentations. The second thing I learned was the multiple communication theories, but the one that caught my attention the most and I will be talking about was the social exchange theory, which was created by George C. Homans and later further developed by other scholars. The social exchange theory suggests that individuals form and maintain relationships on a cost and benefit analysis that determines if the relationship has more rewards than costs. Rewards in this case would be positive outcomes from the relationship, such as being supported or valued, while costs refer to sacrifices needing to be made or negative outcomes created, such as having immense stress or feeling the relationship is one sided. I learned that people tend to stay in a relationship if the rewards outweigh the costs. And after learning this concept, I became aware that I have also applied this type of evaluation in my own relationships as well. The last thing that I learned that I will be talking about was the dark side of communications. I learned that this type of communication has many different behaviors that can negatively impact a relationship. One area that I believe can be the most harmful, particularly for romantic relationships, is jealousy. I learned that because of the strong emotions that jealousy brings, it can become a very powerful emotion that can bring the worst out of people. It provides feelings such as hurt, sadness, and anger that influences individuals' thoughts and actions. As a result, this can create one-sided issues and lead to arguments that may escalate and potentially damage or even end the relationship. Ending it off with that, I'm going to go over the two skills that I learned throughout this course that I will use in my own personal relationships. The first skill that I learned from this course is how to create peaceful conflict resolutions, which I will apply to my relationships. One specific conflict management style that I plan to use is integrating. I learned that this approach focuses on collaborating with the other individual to find a solution where we can meet each other's needs in the matter. This involves working together to meet each other halfway. Key ways to do this include being mindful of their point of view, communicated how I feel about the matter by being honest and straightforward of my own thoughts and feelings in a respectful and clear way. The second skill that I will use in my relationships that I learned is to practice active listening styles. The active listening strategies I learned that I will use to improve my relationships with others is to demonstrate attentive listening through my body language rather than expressing it verbally. For example, I can maintain eye contact to show I'm fully engaged with the speaker and represent appropriate facial expressions to attend to the speaker effectively by applying this skill in my relationship. It can create a deeper bond and sense of understanding between me and the people in my life. When others feel like they're being genuinely listened to, they will feel more valued and appreciated, and I will also gain a better understanding of their thoughts and feelings. Thank you for your time and for listening to what I have learned in this class and how I will apply it to my in real life relationships.